Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Alamo Convocation Center here in San Antonio. I'm Jared Lucky, along here with Dwayne Garza, and we're getting ready for the opening round of playoffs between Medina Valley and the Sam Houston Hurricanes. Medina Valley won the district first place outright. They come into this game with a record of 23-3, 14-0 in district play. Sam Houston comes in 11-6. They were 9-4 in district. They finished fourth place in their district, but Medina Valley's had to play this district the last 2 or 3 years in the playoffs. They've had to play Brackenridge a few times. This is a tough district from first all the way through fifth or sixth. These are tough teams, and they come to play Sam Houston.
Employee pricing plus North Park's 1.9% financing for 72 months on a 2021 Equinox posted at $19,999, the 2021 Traverse posted at $28,999, or the 2021 Silverado posted at $29. Active military and veterans get an additional $500 discount. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loopville or at
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive risk of injury by cross-training and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back here to Alamo Convocation Center. We were getting the scoreboard updated there. We had a little bit of technical problems right before we went on, but they're all sorted out. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups for tonight's ball game, and we'll start with the visiting Medina Valley Panthers for tonight, and they'll be their original normal starting five that they use every game. It'll be Ileana Morales, Kaylin Persine, Mackenzie Deacock, Clara Arroyos, and Katie Burris. For Sam Houston, they will go with Jacera Caldwell, Lavola Wallace, Yolissa Taylor, Tyara Harris, and Ashanti Mathis. Those are going to be the starting five. They have 15 players on their roster, so 10 bench players. Medina Valley has 11 players on their entire roster, only 6 bench players for the Panthers. They'll have a few more tonight with some call-ups from the JV, and we'll see if they get shuffled into the game or not, depending on how it goes. I think the big key matchups for this game for Medina Valley, they're going to be to turn the basketball over to force Sam Houston into those turnovers, score some quick baskets on the break, get out and run and get some easy buckets. They're going to have to shoot the ball well tonight because this is a team that probably can rebound the ball better than a lot of the teams in district. Medina Valley has a tendency to miss a lot of point-blank shots. When you get against a team that rebounds and doesn't give you 2 and 3 opportunities under the basket, you have to make those shots, because when your chances are limited, you can't be missing those shots or you're going to get down in a hurry. Another thing Medina Valley is going to have to do is take care of the basketball, not turn the basketball over and force Sam Houston into turnovers, and I think by doing that, the Panthers are going to be able to come away with a victory here tonight. But, you went 14-0 in district play, but it doesn't mean anything right now. You can wipe the slates clean, because when you get into the playoffs, your records really don't matter, because you win, you go on. If you lose, you're done. And the winner of this game will get the winner between Georgetown and Veterans Memorial, and that game will be played February 15th or 16th next week. And we are going to go ahead and take a break for the national anthem and then come back with the play-by-play. You're listening to Panther Basketball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet and Medina Electric, and we will continue in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Welcome back here to Alamo Convocation Center. Medina Valley getting set to take on Sam Houston here, first round of the playoffs. Medina Valley will be wearing their road black uniforms tonight with black pants, black jerseys, orange letter Panthers on the front with orange numbers and orange and white trim. Sam Houston will be wearing their home white uniforms tonight, white jerseys, white shorts with some green trim, green and orange trim on them, orange numbers, and orange letters on the front of those jerseys. They're called the Hurricanes. This gym here is right behind Alamo Stadium. It's shared by a lot of different schools. You have Jefferson, Brackenridge, Lanier, Fox Tech, Sam Houston, Burbank. Edison plays here as well, Highlands. So a lot of schools share this gymnasium, and this is their home gym tonight, so they got a home game. Even though they finished fourth in district, I guess they flipped for home and Medina Valley probably lost. That's kind of surprising to me that we're playing here at this gym, finishing first in the district. But starting five were just announced for Medina Valley. It's going to be up to them to play the stifling defense that we've seen them play all year, and that's going to be the big key to this game for the Panthers, is can they play that defense, can they score the basketball, and can they get rebounds against a Sam Houston team that does have some size advantage on Medina Valley. And we are about ready to get this game started. We're a few minutes behind schedule here. 4 8-minute quarters. You played all year to get to this point. like to remind everyone that tomorrow night we will be live at Medina Valley as the Panthers and the boys will be playing a one-game play-in for the playoffs. And so that's a winner gets in the playoff, loser doesn't get to continue. So it's basically a playoff game before they actually start. And we'll be live with that game. That's at 6:30 tomorrow at Medina Valley. Lot of crowd on hand for the Panthers. I was under the impression they weren't letting many people come to this, but Medina Valley's got a huge crowd. 3 times the size of what Sam Houston has brought here tonight. We know the Panthers always travel well, but we're ready to get this ball game going. Medina Valley in the black, Sam Houston in the white. It'll be Kaylin Persine to jump against number 35, Ashanti Mathis. And we're ready to go. Actually, that's Persine. Panthers will go right to left to start the ball game. Ball's in the air, controlled by Sam Houston, and we're ready to go. The Hurricanes move right to left in the white. Harris with it up top, guarded by Arroyos. They swing it over to Caldwell, who drives in the lane, kicks it out on the perimeter. Good defense by Persine. Shot on the way from the elbow is off the mark, and a rebound taken by Katie Burris. Elisa Taylor missed her first shot. They get it into the corner. Persine, a long 2 on the way. That's off the front iron, no good. Short, and a rebound to Sam Houston. As Harris brings it up the floor the other way. Harris against Arroyos, dribble drive inside, kicks it out to Taylor, drives it up with the left hand, and an easy layup for Jolissa Taylor, and it's 2-0 Sam Houston early. They stay in a full court press. We'll see the Panthers do that pretty much all game. Here's Deacock inside, puts up the jumper off the bank, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and it'll be Sam Houston basketball. Panthers off to a slow start shooting the basketball, 0 for 2. No offensive rebounds yet in this game. And Harris will bring it up the floor. Harris guarded by Arroyos, looking to drive. Step back jumper from the elbow is an air ball, and the rebound goes to Katie Burris. Outlets it to Persine with a 2-on-1 break. Persine puts it up with the right hand and lays it up and in. Kaylin Persine gets the Panthers on the board. 2-2 here with 6:39 to play in the first quarter. And Harris will bring it up the floor left to right. Swings it over. Here's Taylor with it. Back to Harris. Harris looks to dribble drive. Spins around in the lane. Got cut off. Puts up the right hand shot. Won't go. Rebound Arroyos, and she comes out with it. Arroyos with a 2-on-1 to Persine. Lays it up and in. Kaylin Persine gives the Panthers a 4-2 lead here on the fast break, and a good job by Arroyos to find Persine, and a quick timeout taken by Sam Houston. Coach doesn't like what she saw here with 6:10 to go. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, and we'll stay right here. So Medina Valley, after falling behind 2-0 and missing their first couple of shots, they go 2 for 2 and get on a quick 4-0 little spurt right there as Kaylin Persine gives Medina Valley a 4-2 lead. Running the fast break, they got 2 run-out baskets, and that's what the Panthers are going to have to do in this game if they want to win it, is get those easy run-out baskets. Don't give Sam Houston time to set up their defense. So they'll come out of the timeout. It'll be Sam Houston basketball. The Panthers will be able to set up their full court press. We see them do that the entire game. Both of these teams look like they like to play up tempo. This might come down to who's going to outlast the other. Mathis will inbound right in front of the Sam Houston bench. Gets it in, and she gets it back, and Mathis will bring it across the timeline. She's guarded by Burris up top. Mathis looking to set up some offense. Gets it over to Harris, looks to drive in the lane. Kicks it out into the corner. Dribble drive on the way. It's knocked away, and here comes Morales with it the other way for the Panthers. Had that ball knocked away from behind, got it back, and lays it up and in, and the Panthers with a 6-0 run and a 6-2 lead. Into that full court press, and there's a steal. Arroyos inside, puts it up with the right hand. That won't go, gets her own rebound, puts it up and in. Clara Arroyos, and an 8-0 run for the Panthers. They lead 8-2. That pass was batted out of bounds by Persine. It'll stay Sam Houston ball with 5.5 to play here in the first quarter. Looking for the press here. They get it inbounded. Looking to try to break the press, and it's almost stolen by Morales. But Sam Houston breaks the press and gets across the timeline into the corner for Harris. Underneath, Taylor lays it up, won't go. Rebound, Deacock. Squirts away, goes out of bounds. Looking for help with it there. That's going to be Medina Valley basketball. Subs coming into the game here for Sam Houston. Maya Miller-Singleton checks into the ball game, and I'll get the rest of them to you here shortly. As the Panthers look to break the press, and they do. Arroyos all the way inside, around a screen by Deacock, lays it up with the left hand. That shot won't go. Ripped down by Singleton, a jump ball, and it's going to stay Medina Valley basketball off the possession arrow. Medina Valley to inbound, baseline right. Burris to do the inbound, guarded by Singleton. Got to get it in, and she does to Morales on the baseline. Gets it out to Persine, drives inside, lays it up with the right hand and puts it in. Kaylin Persine with 6 points in the ball game, and the Panthers on a 10-0 run as they lead it 10-2, and that ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Sam Houston ball. Imes Curtis gets it inbound, and there's a steal by Burris, saves it inbound to Morales. All the way inside, gets it to Persine. Her shot won't go. Rebound, Arroyo saves it. Deacock has it for the Panthers, and she traveled with the basketball, and it's going to be Sam Houston ball. So it'll be Hurricane basketball. As Curtis will look to get it inbound, she does so to Wallace. Gets it up ahead to Mathis, and that's knocked away from behind. Deacock has it, up ahead Morales. Ileana behind the back dribble, drives in, had it stripped away from behind, and Sam Houston comes out with it. That's Caldwell with it, gets it up ahead to Singleton. Here's Curtis with it, gets it down underneath. Singleton under the basket with the right hand, gets it to go. That ends a 10-0 run for the Panthers. 4:14 to play, first quarter, and the Panthers lead 10-4. Persine up ahead to Morales. Morales will slow things down here. They want to run some offense. Gets it into the corner with Arroyos. Cross-court pass to Burris. Three ball on the way. Knocks it down. Katie Burris from downtown. And the Panthers lead it 13-4. Back the other way quickly. Throws it up in the air. Wallace all the way in. Throws it up with a scoop shot, and she's going to get fouled. That's going to be number 1 on Mackenzie Deacock. And Mathis will go to the line for a pair of free throws. So Mathis at the foul line, right-hand shooter, first shot on the way is good. Taylor will check back into the ball game as Curtis will sit down. And Mathis will have one more free throw. Right-hand shooter, second free throw on the way is good, so she gets them both at the foul line. And it's 13-6, and here's Morales up the left side of the floor quickly. Kicks it into the corner, Arroyos. And Deacock lost it. And they bring it up the floor here. Wallace. Mathis gives it off, and it's stolen away by Burris. Back the other way, tried to get it up ahead to Morales. They fight for it, a jump ball. It should be Sam Houston ball off the possession arrow. 3:23 to play here in the first quarter. Harris comes back into the ball game. Caldwell will sit down, and they get it inbounded to Harris. Harris gives it off to Wallace. Wallace guarded by Morales underneath the Singleton. Puts it up with the right hand. That won't go. Rebound, Deacock. Outlet to Morales. One-on-one the other way. Drives all the way in. Lays it up and puts it in. A nice move by Ileana Morales. And a 15-6 lead for the Panthers. 3 minutes to play, first quarter. Arroyos in the full court man press. As Harris brings it across the timeline. On the right side looking to dribble drive against Arroyos. And Clara's going to foul her. She'll go to the line for a pair, as that's number 1 on Clara. Second team foul against the Panthers. And Harris will go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw on the way, off the back rim, no good. She'll have one more. Just under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. A good start for the Panthers. Second free throw is good. Harris gets her first basket of the game, and here's Morales up the floor for the Panthers. Guarded by Mathis. Cross-court skip pass to Burris. To the free throw line, Deacock into the corner. Arroyos drives baseline, kicks it out to Deacock, who misses from about 15 feet, and there's a jump ball, and that should be Medina Valley basketball on the possession arrow, and it is. 2.5 to play here in the first, and Burris will inbound, baseline left. Coach is on the floor here calling out instructions. And Burris ready to inbound it. Gets it into Deacock. Puts it up from 13 feet. That's off the mark, no good. McKenzie's been cold. She's 0 of 3 to start the ball game. And here's Harris with it the other way. Looking to drive. Kicks it out. Tries to get it to Singleton, but Mathis comes up with the basketball. Mathis up top, guarded by Burris. Gets it to Singleton, free throw line, puts up the jumper off the back rim. That's too strong. Offensive rebound, fought for, jump ball, and it'll be Sam Houston basketball. Good job by Wallace to tie up Deacock and retain possession for her team. Kylie Mutz will come into the ball game. Mackenzie Deacock will take a seat. So they look to get it into Mathis. Dribbles it across the lane. Gives it off, pull up jumper on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound fought for out of bounds, and it's going to stay Sam Houston basketball. Taylor's jumper just would not fall. Went in and popped out. Looking to inbound. Gets it in the backcourt, Mathis. Has it here against Burris. Pounds out the dribble between the circles, looking to run some offense. Mathis looking to drive, hands that ball off. Kicks it into the corner, three ball on the way. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Katie Burris. Gets it to Morales as they tried to trap her in the corner. But Morales coming all the way down, drives into the lane with the left hand, lays it up, blew the layup. Rebound taken by Mathis. Hands it off to Harris, and she'll bring it up the floor. Harris guarded by Arroyos up top. 15-7 lead for the Panthers. They get it down low, all the way in. Taylor, who drives inside. That was actually Harris. That was Taylor. She gets fouled. That foul was on Kaylin Persine, I believe. That's going to be her first. Taylor's first free throw is no good. Aubrey Davidson will come into the ball game for Medina Valley. Clara Arroyos will take a seat for the moment. Well, we've seen the Panthers cool off here for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Second free throw is no good. Rebound, fought for, and Persine pulls it down. She gets trapped in the corner, gets it off to Morales, back to Persine, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Persine looking to drive all the way in, lays it up, too short, won't go. Rebound fought for, squirts away, and Taylor comes away with it, gets it over to Harris, and she'll bring it up the floor. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter, a 15-7 lead. Harris gives it off to Taylor. Taylor got Mutz in the air, drives inside, can't get the basketball, but she'll go to the line. I think they're going to get Mutz for her first, and they will. Her first foul. And Taylor will be at the line for a pair of free throws. Referee's talking something over here. Trying to get some clarification on something. It's funny, Medina Valley's got 4 team fouls in this game. Not a single foul's been called on Sam Houston yet in the game. And we're almost a full quarter into the basketball game. So Taylor's going to shoot her free throws as we're ready to go. First free throw on the way is good. And she'll have one more. right-hand shooter. Second free throw on the way. Knocks it down. She's got 4 points in the ball game now, and a 15-9 lead as they set up their full court press. Gets it inbounded to Morales. Morales got to get it across the timeline. Gets it to Persine, and they do. Persine drives all the way in, tried to get it to Mutz on the bounce pass, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay Medina Valley basketball with 37.2 to play. Burris to inbound. Gets it into Persine, gives it back to Burris in the corner. Persine with it, right wing. Hands it off Morales. Looking to drive, gets it to Davidson, puts up the shot, and Aubrey Davidson gets on the board off the bench. And a 17-9 score. 23 seconds to go. We'll see if Sam Houston holds for the final shot. Under 19 to go here. Davidson guarding Harris up top. Harrison around a screen. Gives it off to Taylor. Looking to drive inside. Lays it up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Mutz, and they push it up the floor with 8 seconds. Here's Morales all the way in. She gets hit and fouled. She was not shooting. This should be on the floor with 4.7 to go. Foul was on number 00, Caldwell. That's her first. And Burris to inbound with 4.7 seconds to go in the quarter. Burris gets it into Morales. Drives inside with the right hand layup. That's too strong, won't go. Rebound ripped down by Sam Houston, and that will end the first quarter of play. Your score after one, Medina Valley 17, Sam Houston 9. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Basketball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet and Medina Electric, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
Welcome back here to Panther Basketball as Morales has it as we start the second quarter. Here's Arroyos with it out top. Gives it off to Davidson as they weave it around the perimeter. Arroyos back with it on the right wing. Looking to find some offense. Tried to turn the corner, dribbled it off her leg, picks up her dribble, and they get it out to Persine. Kaylin picked up her dribble, gets it to Davidson. Davidson getting harassed out there on top. No foul called, though. They get it in the corner. Arroyos for three. She traveled, took a little hop step before she took the shot. And for that, they'll turn the basketball over. Medina Valley drops back out of the full court press. And here is Harris bringing it up the floor for the Hurricanes. Hurricanes still moving left to right here as we play on in the second quarter. Taylor looking to drive inside, puts it up, air ball, rebound taken, gets it back out to Harris. Harris with it, looking to drive against Arroyos, drives in, gives it up, throws it out of bounds, and it will be Medina Valley basketball. Good defense there by the Panthers as Deacock will come into the ball game. Mutz will take a seat. Singleton back into the game. Taylor will take a seat for Sam Houston. And Morales has it and will walk it up the floor. 6:57 to play first half. Morales turns the corner, kicks it off to Deacock. Almost lost it, scramble on the floor, and she touched the baseline, I believe, and it's going to be Sam Houston ball. So a turnover there for the Panthers. And Harris will bring it up the floor here. The Panthers back in that full court press. Sam Houston breaks the press as Caldwell brings it up the left side of the floor, gets it out to Mathis. Mathis up top, guarded by Arroyos. Looking to drive, kicks it onto the left wing. Caldwell for three, that's off the back rim, no good. Rebound Arroyos, but she throws it away to Caldwell, and then the foul's going to be called, I believe, on Clara, and that's going to be her second. And it is going to be her second. And that will send Caldwell to the free throw line to shoot a pair. 17-9 lead for the Panthers. Caldwell's first free throw on the way is good. Makes it 17-10. Panthers jumped out to a 10-2 lead. It's now a 7-point lead for Medina Valley, and Caldwell can try to cut it down to 6. Right-handed shooter. Her free throw on the way. Can't get the roll. Goes out of bounds. It will be Medina Valley basketball. Full court press here by the Hurricanes. Persign to Morales. She gets it across the timeline here. Morales looking to drive inside, gets it into the corner to Ruiz, who's checked into the game for the first time. Persign drives in, puts it up with the right hand, too strong, gets it back and puts it up and in. Kaylin Persign with 8 points in the ball game and a 19-10 lead for the Panthers. Sam Houston quickly up the floor. Caldwell gives it off here. Into the corner, looks to turn the corner. Wallace, and she throws it right to Davidson. Davidson backs up her dribble and will bring it up the floor. Aubrey Davidson across the timeline, hands it off to Morales. 5:52 to play, first half. Ileana Morales with it up top, guarded by Mathis. Looks to use a screen by Ruiz, steps back for three. Rainbow shot off the rim, no good. Rebound taken by Caldwell. Jump ball called, and it will be Sam Houston ball off the possession arrow. Taylor will come in for Wallace. And Cheyenne Mitchell will come into the ball game. And Caldwell will take a seat. Panthers with a 9-point lead. They get it inbound here, and Mathis will look to bring it up the floor here. She's guarded up top by Davidson. Mathis hands it off. Harris pulls up from the free throw line, and she knocks down the jumper. Tyara Harris with 3 points now in the ball game. And here's Davidson quickly the other way into the corner, out in and out of the hands of Ruiz, out of bounds, and it'll be Sam Houston ball. Katie Burris will come back into the ball game. Davidson will take a seat. Sam Houston will inbound on the far sideline. They get it in, and Mathis will bring it up the floor. She's guarded by Burris. She brings it across the timeline here. 4:56 to play, first half. Panthers with a 19-12 lead. That shot will fall as Harris gets it to go. Easy layup there. And a 5-point lead for the Panthers. Morales loses it. Scramble for it on the floor. Jump ball, it'll be Medina Valley ball, but Sam Houston starting to show a little bit of life here. The Panthers starting to play a little more sloppy. Burris will inbound, baseline left. Katie looks to get it inbound. Does so to Deacock underneath, lays it up, and gets it to fall. Mackenzie Deacock makes it 21-14, back to a 7-point lead for the Panthers. Ruiz guarding Harris up top. They hand it off to Mathis. Mathis straight away against Burris, hands it back off Harris. Pull up three on the way, can't get it to fall. Rebound taken by Morales. Tries to throw it up ahead to Ruiz, and it's stolen away by Harris. Harris to Mathis. Mathis up top. Gets it off to Taylor. Taylor picks up her dribble, gives it off Singleton underneath, puts up the shot. That won't go. Rebound goes out of bounds. It'll stay Sam Houston basketball with 3:56 to play in the first half. Panthers have been outscored 5-4 here in the second quarter, and we're just over halfway through the quarter. Looking to drive inside, gets it out Taylor puts up that shot. Bank shot won't fall. Rebound Decock. Outlet Morales. Morales one-on-one the other way. Lays it up. Gets it to fall. Ileana Morales with the bucket. Little easy scoop shot underneath and a 23-14 lead. So they cut it down to 5 and the Panthers quickly push it back up to a 9-point lead. Here's Harris with it the other way. Guarded by Ruiz up top. Looks to drive inside. Had her lane cut off. Gets it out straight away to Mitchell. Drives inside. Puts up a wild shot that won't go. Wallace with the rebound. Taylor, and they're going to get a hold here against Katie Burris. That's going to be Katie's first foul. That's going to be the 15th foul. That should be the 6th, actually. One more will put them in the bonus. Imes Curtis will come back into the ball game as Mathis sits down for the first time this evening, gets a little breather. And here's Taylor with it. Taylor looking to drive against Persine, kicks it out. Caldwell back to Harris. Harris inside, puts up the teardrop, won't go. Wallace with a rebound underneath, and she gets it. She draws a foul against the Panthers, as that's going to be against Ruiz. That'll be her first. They're now in a 1-and-1 situation, but this will be 2 free throws because it was a shooting foul. As Wallace at the free throw line. Her first free throw on the way is good. Lavoya Wallace gets on the board. Davidson will come back into the ball game. Ruiz will sit down. Maury Henderson into the ball game for Sam Houston as Wallace gets that second free throw to fall. A 23-16 lead. 3:03 to play, first half. Here's Morales quickly up the floor to Burris. 3-ball on the way. Off the mark, no good. Rebound, Kaylin Persine. Gets it back Morales. She lets a 3-ball fly. That's off the mark, won't fall. Rebound taken by Sam Houston as Caldwell has it in the corner, and she breaks that press, guarded by Morales. And they're going to get Ileana for a ticky-tack foul there, but they're in the bonus, so they'll go to the line for the 1-and-1. That's 1 foul on Morales now in the ball game. Arroyo's the only player with 2, and she's on the bench taking a break here with 2 fouls. Don't want to get 3 on her in this first half. So Caldwell will shoot the 1-and-1. She's 1 for 2 at the line tonight. First free throw on the way. She gets it, so she'll earn 1 more. And she'll have 1 more free throw. Right-hand shooter Caldwell. Second free throw on the way. Gets it to fall. 23-18 the score. Morales up the floor to Davidson. Over to Burris. Tried to get it underneath Decock. It was knocked away. Morales saves it. Gets knocked down out of bounds. That should be a foul against Sam Houston. That should be a foul against Sam Houston, and they do get that. That's going to be on Caldwell. That's going to be your second. That's only 2 team fouls against Sam Houston in this half. And we have 2.5 minutes to play here in the half. Burris to inbound. Looks to get it in. They do to Persine. Almost threw it away, but Morales retains possession. Gets it to Davidson. Davidson looking to drive, picks up her dribble, gets it back to Persine. They swing it back to Morales. Morales drives against Caldwell all the way in and gets it to fall. Ileana Morales with 8 points now in the ball game and a 25-18 lead for the Panthers. 2 minutes to play first half. Here's Caldwell with it against Morales. Has it stolen away by Davidson. She's one-on-one with Imes Curtis the other way. Had it knocked away. Davidson goes up and she gets fouled. That looked like a good block to me by Sam Houston, but they're going to get the foul called on number 30, Imes Curtis. Actually, that was Maury Henderson on the foul. And that will send Davidson to the line for a pair of free throws. Davidson's first free throw on the way is good. Singleton, Harris, and Mathis come back into the ball game for Sam Houston. Davidson with one more free throw. Second one on the way. Right-hand shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Mathis, and she squirts up the floor. Up the left side against Morales. Spins around. Splits the defense. Drives in with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Taylor. Pulls up from 15 feet. In and out, no good. Rebound Wallace. Third opportunity here for the Hurricanes. They hand it off to Singleton. And Davidson's going to get called for the foul, and that'll put Singleton at the line for the 1-and-1. That's going to be 1 on Davidson. 9 team fouls now against the Panthers. So Miller Singleton at the line. She has 2 points in the ball game. It's her first time at the free throw stripe tonight. She'll get 1. Free throw on the way is no good, and rebound taken by Mackenzie Deacock. Up ahead quickly to Persine. Kalen drives all the way in, sidesteps the defender, puts it up with the right hand and can't get it to fall. Rebound by Katie Burris. Burris looking for some help with it in the corner, gets it out to Persine. Back out Morales, and they'll set it up with 1:18 to go here in the first half. Morales over to Burris. Uses a screen by Deacock, pulls up for a long 2, knocks it down. Katie Burris for 2, her foot was on the line, and a 28-18 lead. They said 3, but it was only a 2. As they get it inside to Taylor, short arms, it won't go, gets her own rebound and knocks it down. 28-20, 49 seconds to go. Here's Morales up the floor, kicks it out, Davidson for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound will go out of bounds, and it'll stay Sam Houston basketball. Burris tried to make a saving attempt at it, but could not do it, and it'll be 41 seconds to go here. Sam Houston will look to inbound. Gets it into Mathis, and she will walk it up the floor here for the Hurricanes. Gets it across the timeline, speeding it up a little bit. Mathis looking to get a cutter going to the basket. Taylor, she has it underneath, out to Singleton from the free throw line, knocks down the jumper. And a 28-22 lead for the Panthers. And there's going to be a foul. A turnover, actually. It's going to be Sam Houston ball, and Harris will inbound. 21.2 to go. Medina Valley letting them knock right back on the door here right before half. 19 seconds. Here's Harris with it, guarded by Burris. Harris turns the corner, pull-up jumper just inside the free throw line, and she gets it to fall. And here's Persine with 7 seconds left. Up the floor quickly. Persine looking for help, gets it to Davidson for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Singleton, and that will end the first half. Your score at halftime, Medina Valley 28, Sam Houston 24. We'll take a break and come back with a halftime. You're listening to Panther Basketball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet and Medina Electric Cooperative, and we'll continue in just a moment.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at castrovillestatebank.com.
Weather in South Texas is unpredictable. That's why our neighbors in the Medina Valley area trust 4 Winds AC and Heating for residential and commercial service. 4 Winds provides maintenance, repairs, heat equipment upgrades and heat load calculations for new construction design and installation. 4 Winds Heating and Air Conditioning voted Best Heating and Air Services in Medina County. Call 210-892-2925 or on the web at the number 4windsac&heat.com.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Texas did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We're back here at Alamo Convocation Center. Medina Valley leading Sam Houston at halftime, 28-24. Panthers led 17-9 at the end of the first quarter. Medina Valley got outscored 15-11 in that second quarter, and Sam Houston closed this gap to a 4-point lead. You know, Medina Valley got off to a good start. They fell behind 2-0 and then went on a 10-0 run to make it 10-2. They had a 28-20 lead. Sam Houston was able to cut into that lead right before halftime. Kind of the second part of that second quarter there, those last 4 minutes, Medina Valley got a little sloppy with the basketball, little too rushed, wasn't knocking down shots other than Katie Burris hitting a long two. And then Sam Houston all of a sudden came alive. Tyara Harris started knocking down a couple of shots back-to-back, got them back into the ball game. Your scoring right now looks like this for the Panthers. Ileana Morales and Kaylin Persine lead all scorers with 8 points. Mackenzie Deacock with 2. Clara Arroyos with 2. She's been on the bench the whole second quarter. She had 2 fouls early in the ball game, and Coach Russell did not want to get her third foul put on her, so she was on the bench with 2 fouls the majority of that first half. Katie Burris with 5 points in the ball game, and then Aubrey Davidson off the bench with 3 points. For Sam Houston, Caldwell with 3 points, Lavoya Wallace with 2, Yolisa Taylor with 6, Tyara Harris with 7, and Ashanti Mathis with 2, and then on the bench, Miller Singleton with 4 points is where we stand right now. And you know, when the Panthers come out here in this second half, I think the big key is going to be they're going to have to protect the basketball. They're going to have to make those easy shots underneath the basket because, you know, Medina Valley had some point-blank shots that they missed, and we've talked about that all season, that they usually get double the opportunities as the other team, but against a Sam Houston team that can rebound, they're not getting a bunch of those second chance opportunities or third chance opportunities like we've seen them be able to do against teams in their district. So because of that, you got to shoot a higher percentage when you have the opportunities to score. And, you know, Medina Valley hit some of those shots tonight. They've gotten some easy run-out buckets, but they've also missed some of those buckets. And if they make them, this could easily be a 10 or 12-point lead right now. So, you know, the other thing is even though Sam Houston has a size advantage, Medina Valley's done a good job in the paint against them. They've done a good job keeping them out of there, and they've done a good job of rebounding the basketball against some bigger players that Sam Houston has. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break as the teams are fixing to come out of the locker rooms here. We got about 3.5 minutes of halftime left. We'll take a break, recognize the sponsors, and then we'll come back with the second half. You're listening to Panther Basketball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet and Medina Electric, and we'll continue in just a moment.
You pay what we pay during the Chevy Employee Discount for Everyone event at North Park Chevrolet. Get employee pricing plus North Park's 1.9% financing for 72 months on a 2021 Equinox posted at $19,999, the 2021 Traverse posted at $28,999, or the 2021 Silverado posted at $29,999. Plus, active military and veterans get an additional $500 discount. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacation. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
We're back here at Alamo Convocation Center. Got about a minute left of halftime, and got a sponsorship here I need to read. This is from Shatton Bowl, one of the new local hangouts there in Castroville. I'd like to point out that they are going to be reopening their beer and wine garden tonight. You can enjoy a Belgian sausage on a bun, fresh cut double fried fries with their homemade Andalous sauce, or a Belgian waffle with strawberries, whipped cream, and Belgian chocolate drizzle. See y'all out at the farm. And if y'all don't know about Schottenball yet, it's out by Decock's Farm out on Highway 90. I've been out there once before, and it's a nice venue out there. They've got live music. Yeah, very family-oriented. You can bring your kids out there. They've got playgrounds, things like that. And I'll have another ad to read from them a little later on about what they're going to be doing for Valentine's Day, so stay tuned for that. And we are ready to get this second half going here. Both teams will be sending their original starting five out there. I say that, but Sam Houston will not be. It'll be Caldwell, Wallace, Taylor, Harris, and Singleton. And Caldwell to get it inbound. They have the ball first here, and it's almost stolen away, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Sam Houston basketball. So the Panthers with a 4-point lead here as we start this third quarter. Mathis will look to inbound. Gets it in. Gets it back on the baseline. Tries to turn the corner, and they get Burris for a blocking foul. Quick foul against Katie Burris. That's going to be her second. No real foul trouble to tell anybody about. Clara Arroyos, Katie Burris, both with 2 for the Panthers. And Caldwell with 2 for Sam Houston. Those were the only 2 fouls called against the Hurricanes in that first half. Gets it in underneath the basket. And Wallace lays it up and in. And it's 28-26. Here's Arroyos back into the ball game. Sat the entire second quarter with 2 fouls. Morales Out to Deacock, long two, that's short, no good. Rebound Singleton, and then they called it. They're starting to call some ticky-tack fouls here early in this third quarter. That's a little grab by Morales. That's going to be her second. Panthers have to be careful because they're starting to call some ticky-tack fouls. You don't want to get in foul trouble because of that. Panthers in the full court press. Sam Houston with a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. They haven't led since they led 2-0. Here's Taylor with it. Over on the left wing, guarded by Persine. Looks to back up her dribble, tries to drive inside with the right hand, lays it up, won't go. Rebound taken by Burris. Up ahead, Morales. 2-on-2 the other way. Morales, pull-up jumper from about 15 foot. That won't go. Rebound, fought for, and are they going to get Burris over the back? They do. That's 3 on Katie. And 3 quick team fouls against the Panthers in the first minute of the third quarter. Here's Singleton, back to Mathis. Mathis brings it up the floor here. A minute gone, third quarter. A 28-26 lead for Medina Valley. Here's Taylor against Persine. Backs it up left wing, goes behind the back. Spins around in the lane, puts up the shot. That won't fall. Gets her own rebound, lays it up, won't get it to go again. And here's Arroyos. Up ahead, Morales. She'll run out the layup, lays it up with her right hand and knocks it down. A nice, easy bucket for the Panthers, and they needed that to make it 30-26. Here's Wallace with it, guarded by Morales. Gets it over to Mathis. She'll bring it across the timeline, guarded by Persine. Over on the left wing, and she'll walk it up between the circles and pound out the right-hand dribble. Mathis over to Singleton. Out. Puts up the little shot. That's partially blocked by Deacock. And here's Morales racing up the floor. Gets it over to Persine. Sidesteps a defender. No foul called there. They called those against the Panthers. Medina Valley retains possession. Here's Deacock driving inside. Out to Persine on the right wing. Morales with it. Looks to drive inside. Kicks it out. Deacock, little jumper. In and out, won't fall. Rebound to Taylor. Taylor pushes up ahead. Intercepted by Arroyos. She's on her knees. Needs some help, and she gets it over to Deacock and back to Morales. 5:44 to play, third quarter. Medina Valley just not getting any calls here. And Morales pounds out the dribble, guarded by Mathis. Around a screen by Deacock. Drives in, kicks it out. Burris for 3. In, knocks it down. Katie Burris from downtown. She's hit a couple of those tonight, and it's 33-26. A little 5-0 run for the Panthers. They get it pushed up ahead, and here's Caldwell with it. Caldwell kicks it back out. Wallace backs up the dribble, gets it out to Mathis, and they'll set up the offense. Sam Houston going right to left now. What are they going to call here? A timeout taken by Sam Houston. It's going to be a full timeout. With that, we'll take a quick break as well. You're listening to Panther Basketball, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Welcome back here to Alamo Convocation Center out of the timeout. 5:04 to play, third quarter. Medina Valley with a 33-26 lead over Sam Houston. And it is going to be Sam Houston ball as they'll inbound right by their own bench. Mathis, the inbounder, gets it into Harris in the backcourt. She'll bring it across the timeline. Guarded by Arroyos. Round a screen, Harris kicks it into the corner. Mathis back with it again, looking to turn that corner. Guarded by Morales, and that's stolen away. They fight for it, and Morales comes away with the basketball. Big turnover right there, and here's Morales up the floor to Persine. Drives in on the baseline, puts up the jumper, and she knocks it down under the basket. And a 7-0 run for the Panthers, back up to a 9-point lead. They fight for it, jump ball. It should be Medina Valley basketball off the possession arrow. And it is. The Panthers, this lead was cut down to 2. It was 28-26. And since then, the Medina Valley's gone on a 7-0 run and a chance to add to that here. Burris gets it into Morales. Ileana holds on to it with 4.5 to play in the third. Now she gets into the offense. Gives it off to Burris. Back over to Arroyos. Clara, they weave it around on the perimeter. Burris with it on the right wing. We're looking to post up Persine down low. 3 ball on the way. Morales can't get it to go. It goes over the backboard and out of bounds. And it will be Sam Houston basketball. She can knock those down from out there, but she's 0-2 in this game. Here's Singleton taken away by Persine under the basket, but then she gives it right back to Harris, who brings it up the floor out of control, goes all the way to the basket, and it's taken away. Had the shot blocked by Arroyos. And here's Morales up the floor. Ileana all the way in against the trees, and she's going to get fouled. Can't get the shot to fall, but she'll go to the line for a pair of free throws. They get that foul on Harris. That's her first. It's only the 3rd foul against them in the ballgame. Morales' free throw on the way is good. She's got 11 points in the ballgame. Morales will have one more free throw. 10-point lead for the Panthers. And Morales makes it 11. Morales with 12 points in the ball game. And they get it into Mathis. 37-26 lead for Medina Valley. Here's Mathis with it. Gets it up top, Wallace, back to Mathis. Gets it to Harris. Guarded by Arroyos between the circles. Pounds out the right-hand dribble. Back to Mathis. Looking to drive inside. Kicks it out. 3 ball on the way. Off the back of the backboard. No good. And a rebound Persine. Up ahead to Arroyos. Arroyos gets it down low to Deacock. Had it poked away, but Persine gets it. Back out to Morales. Here's Burris down low to Deacock. Turnaround jumper. That won't go. Morales gets the rebound, puts it up, and she gets fouled underneath by Caldwell. And that's 3 on her, and that will send Morales to the foul line. So Ileana will go to the foul line. She just knocked down a pair. She'll have a chance to put some more on the board here for the Panthers as her first free throw. Gets the friendly roll and gets it to fall. Taylor comes into the ball game. Caldwell will take a seat. She's got 3 fouls. Only one other player has any fouls in the game for Sam Houston. Morales' second free throw knocks it down. They get it into Harris. A 13-point lead here for the Panthers, and there's a steal by Arroyos. Picks the pocket, lays it up with the left hand, gets it to go in the foul, and she'll go to the line for the and 1. Big play by Clara Arroyos, and the tide is turned here. An 11-0 run for the Panthers, and Arroyos will go to the line for a free throw to try to complete the and 1 opportunity. It was 28-26 to start this third quarter. As it was 28-24. They got the first basket. Arroyos misses the free throw. 41-26 is your score. They had cut it to 28-26, and since then the Panthers have gone on a big run. And there's a almost steal that time as Harris retains possession. Looking to drive inside here as they have to back up the dribble. Gets it back to Wallace. Wallace with it, guarded by Burris. Panthers have picked up their intensity here a little bit. Harris drives inside, and Arroyos is going to get called for her third. And that will send Harris to the line. Panthers had gone on a 13-0 run to make it 41-26. And Harris at the line with a chance to cut into this lead a little bit. Her first free throw is too strong, no good. She'll have one more. Harris's second free throw on the way, and that's in and out, no good. Rebound, Mackenzie Deacock, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Medina Valley basketball. Last touch by Wallace. So the drought continues for Sam Houston. They've scored 2 points in this quarter with 2:28 to go in the third. Burris looking to get it in. They do to Morales. And Morales has to get it across the timeline. She's got 10 seconds and she gets it there. Drives all the way in. Kicks it to Burris. Back out Persine. Kalen drives inside. Scoop shot won't go. Rebound Harris. Gets it up the floor to Wallace. Wallace looking to drive inside. She'll back up her dribble now over into the right corner. Guarded by Deacock as she picked it up. Gets it over to Harris. And Harris will bring it up between the circles. 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Picked up the dribble. Back to Wallace. Underneath Taylor, who lays it up and in. That ends a 13-0 run for the Panthers. Makes it 41-28 with 1:46 left. Here's Persine up the floor. Kalen in the corner. Arroyos for three. Clara Arroyos knocks it down from downtown. A timeout taken by Sam Houston as the Panthers lead 44-28 with 1:36 to play here in the third quarter. A big run, a 16-2 run for Medina Valley has pushed this lead from 2 all the way up to 14. Make it 16, and the Panthers lead 44-28. We'll stay right here during the timeout. We've seen Medina Valley's defense pick up drastically here, causing turnovers. Their offense has gotten hot, and all of a sudden Medina Valley with a big burst here and a 44-28 lead. Ileana Morales with 6 points in this quarter. Clara Arroyos with 5 as well. And Sam Houston has been outscored 16-4 here in this quarter. In Medina Valley, it was 28-24 at halftime. It's now 44-28 Medina Valley as we've got under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter, and we'll come out of the timeout here with 1:36 to play. It'll be Deacock, Morales, Burris, Arroyos, and Persine on the floor, starting 5 for Medina Valley. It'll be Mathis, Wallace, Harris, Singleton, and Taylor on the floor for Sam Houston as they get it into Singleton. And Mathis will bring it up the floor, getting hassled by Morales. She crosses over, poked out of bounds by Persine. It'll stay Sam Houston basketball. Mathis to inbound, gets it into Harris. Harris guarded by Arroyos out top. Panthers have stayed in that man defense all night. Mathis gives it up. Wallace drives it into Singleton, and that's stolen away. And here's Arroyos, a 2-on-0 break. Clara will lay it up with the left hand, and she blew a wide open layup that time. Scramble for it, and Harris has it. Up the floor quickly. She had a 2-on-0 break, and she blew the layup that time. And they get it back over to Mathis. Mathis looking to turn the corner on the baseline, and it poked away by Morales, and Arroyos up the right side of the floor. Clara underneath Persine, puts it up and in. And a 46-28 lead for Medina Valley. 18-point lead here for the Panthers with 39 seconds to play in the third. Here's Harris. Mathis looking to get their team back in it here, and a foul's going to get called. We'll see who they get it on here. Looks like they're going to get it on Ileana Morales. That's going to be her third. So she's got 3, Arroyos has 3, and Burris has 3. 5 team fouls now in the half for the Panthers. And 30 seconds to play here as Caldwell will inbound. Inbounding on the baseline. She gets it into Singleton. It was almost poked away. Scramble for it on the floor. Singleton has it, gets it to Caldwell. 25 seconds left as that poked out of bounds and stays Sam Houston basketball. Ruiz is going to check into the ball game along with Aubrey Davidson. And we'll see Burris and Arroyo sit down. Both of them have 3 fouls. Caldwell gets it inbounded to Wallace in the corner. Guarded by Ruiz. Wallace drives inside, lays it off to Harris, who will back up her dribble here. Good defense by the Panthers inside. Harris with a teardrop, and she gets it to fall. And here's Persine with 7 seconds left, racing up the floor. 5 to shoot. Persine inside, kicks it out. Ruiz, long 2 on the way. That shot won't fall, and that will end the third quarter of play. So your score after 3, Medina Valley 46, Sam Houston 30. A big third quarter for the Panthers as they lead it by 16. We'll take a break and come back with the fourth quarter. You're listening to Panther Basketball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet and Medina Electric, and we'll continue in just a moment.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Alamo Convocation Center. Medina Valley leading Sam Houston as we go to the fourth quarter, 46-30. The Panthers at one point had gone on a 13-0 run. They outscored them 18-6 in the third quarter alone to push this lead to a 16-point lead. It will be Sam Houston ball. At the moment, it kind of looks like Medina Valley's conditioning is what's put them over the edge here against Sam Houston. The Hurricanes look tired, and we know that's what Coach Russell wants to do. Here's Wallace with it. Over to Harris. Harris, pull-up jumper. That won't go. It's short. Rebound Morales, and she gets fouled by Harris. That's 2 on Harris. Third team foul. And Morales will bring it up the floor for the Panthers here. A 16-point lead in the basketball. Morales drives inside. Keeps the possession, though. Gets it over to Ruiz. Back to Persine. A 3 on the way. That's short, no good. Rebound to Harris. Poked away by Morales. Gets it underneath. Turns around. Puts it up and gets it to fall. Morales with the mugging and then with the basket. And it's 48-30. She scored 16 points in this ball game, and she's created a lot of turnovers. Underneath, lays it up. That will not go. Rebound out of bounds. Medina Valley basketball. A minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Mathis coming back into the ball game along with Imes Curtis. Full court press here for Sam Houston. They get it up ahead to Davidson. Davidson to Ruiz. 3 ball on the way. That's going to be well short air ball. Rebound Persine puts it up. She shoots an air ball over the rim. Knocked out of bounds. Panther basketball. Could have got a bump easily on Deacock there. They do. Medina Valley very fortunate right there. They get it inbound to Deacock. Puts up the jumper. That won't go. Rebound taken by Jada Jackson. First time in the ball game. And here's Mathis bringing it up the floor. Mathis looking to drive, kicks it in the corner, traveled with it. And it'll be Medina Valley basketball with 6:34 to play here in the ball game. Medina Valley with an 18-point lead with the basketball here. Chance to run a little clock and try to keep scoring and keep this lead where it's at here and just kind of coast home. They pull up jumper. They need to go a little slower than that. I know the shot's wide open, but you've got a big lead and you need to keep it that way. That goes out of bounds. It'll be Medina Valley basketball. And you can see Sam Houston, they're wore out. They're tired. Their shots are coming up short. They're fatigued, running up and down the floor. And now you're down 18 and you're having to go into a full court press to get you back into this game. What are they going to have left in their legs at the end here? Gave Caldwell a chance to tie her shoe. And they inbound it to Morales, and she'll bring it up the floor. Long pass up ahead. Ruiz almost throws it away. Scramble for it. Davidson retains it for the Panthers. and then a foul is going to be called, or actually a timeout taken by Coach Russell. It'll be a 30-second timeout, and with that, I'd like to let everybody know that this Saturday at Shot and Ball, Brittany Hunkin Photography will be hosting the Love Ball, a special Valentine's dance. Come out for some good food and live music from the Lloyd Bonham Band. Make sure to take a memorable photo of you and your Shot and Ball at the BHP photo booth. It's going to be a bit chilly, so bundle up. If you want to reserve a table next to one of the heaters or fire pits, message Shot and Ball on Facebook. So make sure you can head out there on Saturday for a little Valentine's Day dance and some live music. Have a couple of drinks. Things,
Fire pits will be going.
Yeah, fire pit will be going. So get out there and, support some of your local businesses, especially your new local business there, new hangout. And it's very family friendly. You can bring your kids out there as well. Out of the timeout here, 6:09 to go. The Panthers with an 18-point lead. Ruiz looking to inbound it. They get it into Morales. Eliana holds on to the basketball, and now she'll drive it into the lane, kicks it into the corner. Ruiz for three, knocks it down. Giovanna Ruiz gets on the score sheet, and a 21-point lead for the Panthers, 51-30, and it looks like they're going to cruise in to the next round of the playoffs, and there's a foul. An offensive foul that time. No, are they going to get Persine on that? And they get Jada Jackson, and hopefully Persine's okay, as she got landed on her ankle a little bit. And Jackson will come off the floor. Persine walking off the floor under her own power. I think she just kind of tweaked that ankle a little bit. Hopefully she'll be all right, but with a 21-point lead, get her out of the ball game now, and I wouldn't bring her back in. No reason here. I'd imagine we'll start seeing some of the starters leave this ball game. Arroyo's already on the bench here, along with Burris and Persine. Mutz into the ball game along with Davidson. Morales still in there. Ruiz and Deacock. Gets it up to Ileana. Gets it up to Deacock from the free throw line. Jumper, she knocks it down. Mackenzie Deacock with 4 points in the ball game and a 53-30 lead for the Panthers. Here's Harris. Up the floor quickly, drives it in, lays it up, won't go. Morales called for the foul. That's going to be her fourth. And I would imagine that's going to be the end for her, as Arroyos is going to come back into the ball game. Harris will go to the line for a pair of free throws on the shooting foul. First free throw on the way is no good. As Arroyos will come in for Davidson, and Morales stays on the floor with 4 fouls. 5.5 to play in the ball game. Harris' second free throw, can't get it to fall. Rebound scramble for Harris, throws it up and gets that to fall. She's got 11 points in the ball game for the Hurricanes. Here's Morales, quickly the other way, dribbles it off her foot, out of bounds. Looked like it was last touched by a Sam Houston player, but it will be Sam Houston basketball. A 21-point lead for the Panthers, as Mutz is tying her shoe here. I'm surprised that Morales and Deacock are still in the ball game with 5 minutes to go here. I know you want to let your players play, but you got another round to think about here, and you don't want to get injured as Harris spins to the basket and puts in a little right-hand layup. 5:03 to play. Here's Morales, gets it across the timeline. Guarded up top by Henderson. Morales, they're going to get Henderson for the foul. That's 16 fouls now against Sam Houston. So that'll be on the floor. That's 1 foul against Henderson in the ball game. And Ruiz will inbound on the far sideline. Looking to get it in, they do to Mutz. Back to Ruiz. Knocked away, and Wallace brings it up the floor. Wallace had it poked away from Ruiz from behind. It goes out of bounds to Sam Houston, but a nice hustle play by Giovanna Ruiz. And Katie Burris is going to come back into the ball game along with Kaylin Persine. Ruiz will sit down. So Persine back in the ball game along with Burris. Deacock will take a seat along with Ruiz. The only starter not on the floor right now is Kylie Mutz, and that goes out of bounds to Sam Houston. 53-34 lead, 4:41 to play here in the ball game. 19-point Medina Valley lead. It's been as big as 23. Here's Mathis with it up top. Guarded by Morales. Jump ball. Medina Valley basketball off the possession arrow. Nice tie-up that time. Medina Valley ball, no one wants to inbound. Now Burris will take it. They get it into Arroyos. Moves it up the floor quickly and backs up her dribble. They get it underneath to Mutz. Puts it up with a right hand, and Kylie Mutz gets on the score sheet as she lays it up and in. And a 21-point lead again for the Panthers. Here's Harris. Over to Mathis. Throws it off of Persine's foot, and they'll reset it here as Jada Jackson comes back into the ball game along with Caldwell. Mathis will sit down, and so will Henderson. Taylor will look to inbound. They get it into Harris. Harris looking to drive inside, throws it up with the right hand, rolls across the rim and won't go, and a rebound by Eliana Morales. Eliana up the floor quickly to Persine. Back to Burris, three ball on the way. Katie Burris from downtown for the third time in the ball game. And it's 58-34. A 24-point lead for the Panthers, and here's Harris. Puts up the jumper, can't bank it home. Rebound, Morales throws it off of Caldwell. It'll be Medina Valley ball. It's got to be about time to get those starters out of there. You're 3:46 to go in the ball game. You got a 24-point lead. Don't want to get anybody injured. That's the main thing. And here's Arroyos up the floor. Drives inside, lays it up and in. Clara Arroyos coast to coast. And Sam Houston's out of gas. You can see it. They're wore out. And there's a timeout taken. A full timeout taken. And with that, we'll take a break as well. You're listening to Panther Basketball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet and Medina Electric, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
We're back here at Alamo Convocation Center as we're in the fourth quarter, and Medina Valley with a 60-34 lead. They should be able to close out this ball game, and they will play the winner between Veterans Memorial and Georgetown. That game started at 7:30 tonight. Georgetown 22-4, district champions there. Veterans Memorial 18-7 coming into that ball game. So could be a big matchup next week. And Medina Valley will send out Persine, Morales, Arroyos, Burris, and Mutz. Four of the starters still in the ball game with 3:30 to play. This is Brianna Davis to inbound. She gets it into Harris. 3.5 to play in the ball game. Sam Houston looking to dig deep here now and just try to put as many points up as they can there, as that's saved inbounds, and Wallace keeps it. Goes out of bounds. Burris did a good job to block out Taylor that time, and it will be Medina Valley basketball. So they get it in. Arroyos pushes it up the floor. Clara with it. Backs up the dribble. Gets it over to Persine. She drives inside, lays it up, had it blocked by Jackson. It goes out of bounds to Sam Houston. 3:05 to play. And here's Harris with it for the Hurricanes. Harris drives in, throws up the shot, won't go, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line for a pair of free throws here. We'll see who they call it on. They're going to get it on on Clara Arroyos. That's her 4th foul. Morales out there with 4 fouls. And I'm just surprised that these starters are still in the ball game here. Why would you chance getting them injured in a game you've won? As Harris knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw by Harris. Short, no good. Rebound. Mutz tipped it to Burris. And then it was stolen away from Mutz by Taylor, who traveled, got away with it there. We'll see what they call here. Should have been 3 steps taken by Taylor. And it's going to be Sam Houston ball off of, I believe they called a violation on them. I think double dribble. Up and down maybe, but nonetheless it's Sam Houston ball. 3 ball on the way from Davis. That won't go. Rebound Burris. Up ahead Arroyos to Persine to run it out. Lays it up with the right hand and puts it in. 62-35. Here's Harris with it with 2:25 to play in the ball game. Almost stolen away by Persine. Stays in bounds. It goes out of bounds to Sam Houston. And now here's Castanon coming into the ball game along with Paula Merez. Arroyos and Mutz will sit down. So only one of the starters leaves. Still Morales out there with Persine and Burris. Poked out of bounds by Morales, and it'll be Sam Houston ball with 2:15 to go. And now Davidson will come into the ball game, I think, for Burris, as Katie will take a seat, and her night's probably done. And they get it inbound to Harris. Harris will bring it up the floor here. Gets it over to Wallace, hands it back off to Harris, lays it up and puts it in. Harris has scored all 7 points in the 4th quarter for Sam Houston. Here's Morales, goes behind the back, under 2 minutes to play here in the ball game. 62-37, and Morales going to hold it up top here. Tried to get it to Castanon, it was stolen away. Harris on the floor, turned over, she traveled with it. That's got to be a travel. And you can tell, yeah, she rolled over with the basketball, and you can tell that girl's put everything into this basketball game, and she's wore out right now, but you cannot take away the fact that Sam Houston's played this all the way down to the wire, but the conditioning of the Panthers have worn down Sam Houston in this game. They cut it to a 28-26 ball game, less than a minute into the 3rd quarter, and then Medina Valley just blew it out from there at 62-37. And all of the bench has come into the ball game for Sam Houston. Here's Davidson with it. Morales has come out of the game for the Panthers. 3 for Ruiz on the way. That won't go. Rebound taken by Castanon, and she fights for it underneath a jump ball. And it should stay Medina Valley ball off the jump ball, and it'll be a minute 30 to go here. As they look to get it inbound, they do. Castanon with it, puts up the wild shot, that won't go. Gets her own rebound underneath, gets it out to Ruiz, and it's stolen away. And then dribbled off of her foot was Mitchell, and it'll be Medina Valley basketball. As Ruiz will inbound. Gets it into Decott. Tried to go inside to Paula Merez, it was stolen away by Mitchell. Mitchell back the other way against Davidson, lays it up, won't go. Rebound Henderson, her shot won't go. Mitchell gets the offensive rebound, 3rd chance here. Minute to go in the ball game. Here's scoop shot by Caldwell as she drives the lane and gets it to go. Under a minute to go here, and here's Ruiz back the other way. Ruiz double dribbled with 51.9 to go, and it'll be Sam Houston ball, and here comes Burris back into the ball game. Davidson will take a seat. 23-point lead here for the Panthers. With 49 seconds to go as Mitchell gets it out to Caldwell. Caldwell looking to drive inside. Backs up her dribble. Shot on the way. That will not go. Rebound taken by Katie Burris. Gets it up the floor to Deacock and throws it away out of bounds, and it will be Sam Houston basketball with 31.2 to go. 31.3 to go here as Mitchell will bring it up the floor. Mitchell with it over to Caldwell. Caldwell on the right wing. Looks to hand it off here, almost stolen away. They get it inside Henderson, and she gets fouled by Deacock. That's going to be 2 on McKenzie with 17 seconds to go. And Henderson is going to go to the line for a pair. First free throw on the way is good. Henderson will have one more free throw. And she knocks them both down. And the Panthers get it inbound. Paula Merez back to Castanon. Gets it up to Paula Merez, who will bring it across the timeline with 10 seconds left. Throws it down into the corner, and the Panthers. Castanon gets it to go as she gets on the score sheet. And that will do it for the ball game. Medina Valley will win it 64-41 in their opening round playoff matchup. They will move on to play Georgetown or Veterans Memorial, who are playing right now. Don't know a score update on that, but they will play that game next week sometime. I believe that game will be played February 15th or 16th. That will be the area finals right there, or the area round of the playoffs before they get to the quarterfinals. But Medina Valley with a 64-41 lead, and Giovanna Ruiz just got asked to the prom by somebody. They got signs on that far side over there if you're watching. It says, Gio, will you go to the prom with me? Not sure who asked her. Really, they're saying it might be somebody from Lytle, but nonetheless, she gets asked to a prom right after the game here. Pretty special moment for her. But a 64-41 victory here for the Panthers in the bi-district round of the playoffs. And we're going to go ahead and take a break, and then we'll come back. You're listening to Panther Basketball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet and Medina Electric, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at castrovillestatebank.com.
Weather in South Texas is unpredictable. That's why our neighbors in the Medina Valley area trust 4 Winds AC and heating for residential and commercial service. 4 Winds provides maintenance, repairs, heat equipment upgrades and heat load calculations for new construction design and installation. 4 Winds Heating and Air Conditioning voted Best Heating and Air Services in Medina County. Call 210-892-2925 or on the web at the number 4windsac&heat.com.
Welcome back here to Alamo Convocation Center as Medina Valley wins their bi-district playoff round 64-41. It was your final, and your point totals will go like this. We'll start with Sam Houston. Jasira Caldwell finishes with 5 points. Lavoya Wallace with 4. Yolisa Taylor with 8. Tyara Harris with 16 points to lead Sam Houston scoring. And Ashanti Mathis with 2. Off their bench, Kayla Jaya Henderson had 2 points, and Amaya Miller Singleton had 4 points. So only 6 points off the bench for Sam Houston in the ball game. From Medina Valley, Ileana Morales led the Panthers in scoring with 16 points. Kaylin Persine right behind her with 14. Mackenzie Deacock had 4. Clara Arroyos with 9. Katie Burris in double figures with 11. She hit 3 threes in this ball game. Big three-pointers. A big one after they had cut that lead down to 2. And hit a big three-pointer that sparked the Panther run that pushed this game out of reach. Off the bench, Giovanna Ruiz with 3. Aubrey Davidson with 3. Kylie Mutz with 2. And Karina Castanon with 2. Panther bench outscores them 10-6. But the story of this game is, Medina Valley got off to a good start. It was 28-24 at halftime. It was 28-26 with a minute gone in the third quarter, and then the Panthers went on a 13-0 run. And Sam Houston, you could tell they were not used to playing the pace of game that Medina Valley wanted to play, and basically wore them out, especially late in this ball game. In the fourth quarter, you could tell that Sam Houston had nothing left in the tank. And the Panthers come away with a big victory here in bi-district play. They shot the ball pretty well. They rebounded well against a bigger team, which is encouraging going down the stretch. And they are going to be playing the winner between Georgetown and Veterans Memorial. That game will be played on February 15th or 16th. And keep listening to Medina Valley Broadcast Network, and we'll be able to tell you when and where that game will be. We'll be covering that game nonetheless. Also want to remind everybody that tomorrow night, tune in. The boys have a big playoff game. It's a play-in game to the playoffs. They'll be playing Southwest in a one-game play-in to see which team gets that fourth spot to get into the playoffs. That game will be at 6:30 at Panther Stadium. I'll be there live to do that game for you from Medina Valley. I'd like to thank all the Panther fans that traveled out here to the Alamo Convocation Center. A huge crowd on hand from Medina Valley here. Yeah, and they had 3 times the people Sam Houston had here, which is kind of surprising in the way that COVID's been going and things. And most San Antonio places don't let that many people into their buildings. So a big crowd on hand here for the Panthers, a big win for Medina Valley. I'd like to take this chance to also thank the sponsors for making it possible to bring you these games here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network, because without y'all, that would not be possible. So the Panthers move on. They will play another day next week sometime against Georgetown or Veterans Memorial. Your final here tonight, Medina Valley 64, Sam Houston 41. For Medina Valley Broadcast Network and Dwayne Garza, I'm Jared Lucky saying good night, God bless, and we will see you next time when Panther basketball continues.